I suspect all systems go. I mean, I want to be careful. There's clearly a court case coming, and I don't want to comment in any way on that. But I mean, my attitude is, the horse has entered. He should go. He's 10. This would be his last chance to go. As far as I can tell, the system. Philip is innocent until proven guilty. We would clearly support him. I think it's unfortunate that it's taken 2 years to prosecute this thing. If something was found there 2 years ago, it should have been prosecuted a lot more quickly than this. I think it's a bit unfortunate. It's tough for Philip that it's coming up just as he's had a couple of good runners in the run-up to Cheltenham. If this had been prosecuted last year when Philip had no runners, I don't think anything would have been said. So the timing is unfortunate. The circumstances are clearly unfortunate. But I feel, we're duty-bound to support Philip in the run-up to the case. But I also think, we were asked last week by the UK media, would we have any problem if Last Instalment was tested? I said, absolutely not. Any of the Gigginstown horses can be tested anytime, any place, anywhere. In fact, if you look at his career, he's been off for 2 years with bad legs. He won 3 Grade 1 novices. He's tested every time he's won. He's tested after the Hennessy. So I wouldn't tolerate any trainer, applying anabolic steroids or anything else to any of my horses. They all run on their merits. And I think Philip should be given the benefit of the doubt. At least he's innocent until proven otherwise. And it's just unfortunate that there's that much controversy about it because you're in the kind of crazy, silly period now in the run-up to Cheltenham. The one point I would make is if the ground comes up good or good, better than good in Cheltenham, he won't run because he's got glass legs anyway. So, I think cool heads should prevail. The matter should go to trial. Whatever is the outcome of the trial, then we'll certainly make decisions on the basis of that. But until such time as the trial takes place and there's some findings, I think we intend to go to Cheltenham and we intend to run.
And Michael, just leaving aside this case for a moment, I mean, what are your views overall on the drug testing policy in Ireland? I mean, there was some very interesting comments from David Walsh yesterday in relation to perhaps testing horses out of training more and maybe yearlings before they go to the sales, etc.
David Walsh is clearly a very distinguished journalist, but I think he didn't fairly describe the drug testing in Irish racing is, I think, phenomenal. I think, and I may get it wrong, certainly every horse that wins a race is tested. I think every horse that runs in the first 3 or 4 in a graded race is tested. A horse that runs badly is generally tested as well. We have a population here of 4,000 or 5,000 horses. I'm not sure it's practical to be running around out of competition testing them. Horses run 6-8 months of the year. Anything that wins or runs badly is tested. The testing, I don't know what the numbers of tests are done every year. So I think the controversy is very unfair in Irish racing because I must say I do have a lot of faith in the testing regime here. I think even if you take Philip's case, and I'm not aware of the detail of it, I don't think there's ever been any issue that anything was applied to any horse. It seems to be that there was something found in his yard, and that's something he has to deal with himself. But I think it's very unfair. The HRI and the Irish authorities do, I think, a very good job of testing here. You look at the number of Irish horses that run in England, there's never been an issue with, banned substance, prohibited substance. I remember we had 10, 15 years ago, you had, people stuffing feed and, there was some... But it's really been tidied up, and I think that the people who, HRI, who oversee Irish racing, the one thing I think we can be very confident of is I think the drug testing regime is top class, and I think the quality of Irish horses, when they go across to the UK, they go to France, they go to America, they pass all the tests, and I don't think you can ask any more than that. But if something else needs to be done, certainly from Gigginstown's point of view, we'll do it.
And Michael, just finally, obviously Barry Connell made his decision that he wasn't going to run his horse with Philip Fenton again until this whole thing was resolved, which obviously is entirely his decision. But sure. The suspicion is that perhaps he mightn't be able to enjoy Cheltenham as much running the horses with this cloud hanging over him. Is there any suggestion you feel that way as well, in that perhaps Cheltenham mightn't be as enjoyable for you this year? I mean, this is the big week of the year, isn't it?
I think any owner going to Cheltenham, you don't enjoy it until you win one, and then everything is forgiven. Look, Barry's made his decision. I think every owner is, I respect the decision he made. I think he's perfectly free to make that decision. He's the owner, he pays his bills. We are an owner, we pay our bills, and we make our decisions what we think is in the best interest of the horse, what's the best interest of Philip Fenton, who I think deserves our support, and in the best interest of Irish racing. And if the horse will go, if his legs hold up, the horse will go to Cheltenham. I hope he'll run well. I don't think he'll win a Gold Cup. but I hope he'll run well. And if the BHA want to test him or do anything else, or
has there been any suggestion that they might want to do that yet?
No, but I think given the controversy, I think I'll write. We plan to write to the BHA tomorrow and invite them to come and test. Not just Last Instalment, but any of the Gigginstown horses they want. Even though I'm sure they'll all be tested when they get to Cheltenham anyway. And if they want any other procedures put in place, given the controversy, we'd be very happy to work with them. I think that's all of the owners, whether it's Barry or myself or any of the other owners, would want to work cooperatively with HRI, with the BHA. It's not in anybody's interest to have any controversy hanging over it, which is why I think it's regrettable that the one thing I think I'm a little bit surprised at is, why is it taking 2 years to get this thing to go to court or get this thing resolved? If something is found, I think it's incumbent upon, whether it's the Department of Agriculture or it's the Irish racing authorities, it should be dealt with within, a month, 6 weeks. Like, if you found something, you found something. Right, what is it? Take disciplinary action and let's have certainty or clarity over it. Whereas now we have a bit of a cloud. But as I said, from our point of view, Last Instalment will go to Cheltenham. He will participate in any testing anybody the BHA wants us to participate in, and I hope he will run in the Gold Cup, and I hope he'll run in his merits. But as I said, if the ground comes up good, he won't run at all.
Fair play, Michael. Appreciate your comments. Well done once again with your winner today.
Cheers. Thanks very much. Cheers, guys.